Hey, you guys, back again with another message. This message is based upon a dream. Um, Going throughout my day, I almost forgot about it, and then God brought it back to my remembrance after I got off of a conference call. Been busy, but God will bring things back to your remembrance. But in this dream, God was showing me family members, excuse me, y'all, and the family members were bringing gifts to a particular person within the family um, that is appointed and chosen by God, right? And was showing me in the spirit how this person was supposed to be treated by family. Um, you might be a person in your family that have been called and appointed by God, and your family do not go all the way out the way and do things for you like you do for them. When it's time for them to return the gesture, they don't do it. They make you feel less than. And God was showing me in the spirit how your family members are supposed to treat you. The way that you go out your way for them, they are supposed to return that gesture. Um, and I did notice in the dream that they were surprising this person with a surprise trip. And in the surprise trip, like, um, because they waited so long to return the gesture, because they waited so long to um, give back into you what you have been giving into them, some of their stuff went missing. Your stuff didn't go missing, but some of their stuff went missing. Um, and when I woke up from that dream, I asked God what that dream meant, and God was letting me know that that's how people, family members, are supposed to do. They're supposed to return gestures to one another. They're supposed to um, look out for each other, right? But we're living in a fallen world. We're living in the end times. And because these people call themselves a child of God, and they haven't returned the gesture, they were only, instead of them being givers, they was just mainly takers. God is going to deal with that in this season. And so, um, I told you in a dream, a lot of their stuff went missing, right? Um, a lot of these people might have actually became your enemy. Some of these family members have turned into your enemies. Um, Now they're your enemies. They came against you and stuff like that. And when I was thinking about that, God reminded me of the story of Mordecai and Haman, right? How Haman was trying to set Mordecai up to be put on the pole to be killed, and he ended up being killed. But before that happened, Haman had to go around and show Mordecai to the people and exalt Mordecai in front of the people, um, and dressed him up in royal clothing and stuff, and gave him honor where honor was due. Where Haman thought it should have been him, but the king told Haman to do whatever he was saying should be done for a great man, um, to Mordecai. And God had dropped that in my spirit. I'm like, okay, God. So God had gave a lot of y'all friends, family, members that have now became enemies, to you, an opportunity to give honor where honor is due, to show gratitude back the way you show gratitude to them, or the way you are always there for them, to give you your flowers while you're here and they choose not to, right? Out of jealousy and envy. And God is going to deal with that. And it explains to me, it makes sense to me now that's why some of their stuff in the dream had went missing. And so in the book of Esther with Mordecai and Haman, Haman ended up losing his life, right? His children ended up losing his wife. His children ended up losing their lives, everything. And so we have to be careful how we treat people, right? Then God, got me in the book of Nehemiah. Because a lot of people don't understand when you mistreat a child of God, you become an enemy to a child of God. Then now they're not only your enemies, they're enemy of God too for how they came against you. In the book of Nehemiah, I was reading how the people were celebrating and remembering their ancestors that came out of Egypt. And it was remembering about how when the Israelites were disobedient, how God gave them over to their enemies. We got to understand. Our enemies have enemies. And God will let our enemies be given over to their enemies, right? So a lot of people are about to go through because of how they treated you. When they had an opportunity to give you your flowers, when they had an opportunity to congratulate you, when they had an opportunity to pour into you and truly be a true friend or a true relative, they choose not to. They choose to do the opposite. A lot of them are about to lose some things. A lot of them, their enemies are going to start attacking them the way that they have been attacking you. And it's not funny, y'all, but it's that's just how God works. You reap what you sow. Whatever a man sows, he shall reap. And a lot of people don't understand when they come against you, they're not coming against you, they're coming against the God that you serve. And they're also not understanding too that the same way they're trying to make you an enemy, the same way they got enemies. Right? And when we are in right standing with God, yes, we will have enemies. But God will fight those who fight us, and he will war against those who war against us. But when you're not in the right standing with God, and you're doing things maliciously, you don't have the right heart posture, God will give you over to your enemies. God will allow things to happen to you. Okay? You're giving, thank you, Holy Spirit, the devil free will and access to you and rights to attack you because how you treat others. Okay? So just know that a lot of people, they are going through, thank you, Holy Spirit. And God just reminded me of another dream before I had that dream, where some people, they were losing things. And it wasn't good. And y'all not going to be able to help them. It's part of their judgment because of how they treated you, or how they treated a child of God, or how they came up against the assignment that God had you on. A lot of God's children, he had y'all on assignments, and the enemy didn't like it. So he used the ones that was closest to you, which was your friends, your relatives, your family. And when they came against you, they came against God. They still haven't repented for it. Some of them, they still haven't apologized, some of them. And now they're going to really start to go through because of their disobedience, because of how they treated you. This is not to rejoice about their downfall, but just know, thank you, Holy Spirit, that they are going to go through. And then they got to see, they got to go through. And then God just dropped in my spirit again that he prepared for a table before you in the presence of your enemy. So the gifts part is God is about to bless y'all. The gifts, God is about to bless y'all in front of them. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And that was another, and that's what I also said in the dream, like a lot of gifts, like it was like a lot of gift givings, not just from the ones that were supposed to bless you, but from other people. And so God is about to prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies, and they're gonna have to really see you blessed. And again, while you be blessed, some of them are gonna go through, but they have to see you be blessed because of how they treated you, right? And one thing my apostle says, and he taught us, and he reminded me of, no enemies, no table, right? So you have to have enemies, y'all, in order for God to prepare a table. But God is about to hand your enemies over to their enemies, and some of them are about to go through. But just know that because they didn't return the gesture, because they didn't pour into you like they should, because they came against you, they are about to go through, okay? So I love you guys. I pray that you all have an amazing day, and I will chat with you all later.